Last night on Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network, the Blue Brand came in explosive with 3 hours of WWE Championship contention. Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, they have all advanced to Saturday night's main event. Who will become the #1 contender to Drew McIntyre's WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble? Who will stumble on the way, but who will rumble their way to an opportunity of a lifetime? It's all about the risk, the choice, the chance. What did you think about SmackDown last night? Was it cloudy? Was it sunny? Was it hot? Did it come in swinging? Was it boring? Was it dull? Did you expect more? Express your feelings about what was the match of the night from SmackDown last night. What was the moment of the night? What intrigued you? What kept you in? What kept you out? What was it all about? The Royal Rumble is right around the corner. Cody Rhodes, is he going to win his third Royal Rumble? Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen, says that he is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. He has declared himself for the Royal Rumble. You know, remember back when superstars used to pick numbers and we didn't know what they were going to be or when they were going to be in it or who was going to be in it? And now we just kind of know who's going to be in it. Well, Cody Rhodes, the only way he's going to get a shot, the only way he's going to get an opportunity ever back at Drew McIntyre and the WWE title, he's going to have to go through the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes is going to have to go through 29 other participants, 29 other stars of the elite's level. Do you want to see Cody Rhodes do what no other man has been able to do except Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that is win 3 Royal Rumbles back to back to back? Again, Cody Rhodes is at 2. Shawn Michaels has won 2. Hulk Hogan, but only Stone Cold Steve Austin was able to win all 3 Royal Rumbles. And if it's not Cody Rhodes, well then, who? Who do you want to see win the Royal Rumble? Who is in jeopardy? Who is in the driver's seat? Who will have the spotlight on them? So from your review of WWE, we got breaking news on the incomparable John Cena, the GOAT, the man that retired from WWE last year on Saturday night's main event. John Cena showed up to the WWE Performance Center tryout as a surprise coach. And what a coach you would have for John Cena, the incomparable, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And again, just because John Cena retired from in-ring competition, from wrestling, doesn't mean that we won't actually see John Cena ever again on WWE television, because we will be seeing John Cena. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of rumor, gossip, and speculation. There's a lot of debate about John Cena and the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes. And then, of course, if you enter the WWE Hall of Fame, you are usually enshrined and you usually show up the next night at WrestleMania. Also, we got breaking news coming out of SmackDown last night. Leon Slater shocked fans when he stepped up to answer Carmelo Hayes' United States Championship challenge on last night's SmackDown. The 21-year-old X Division superstar champion received a thunderous ovation in his home country of England as he represented TNA Wrestling on WWE television. Again, who would ever thought you would have seen this partnership, this tag team, this collaboration between WWE and TNA? This would have never been possible. It would have never been probable. It would never even been thought of 5 or 10 years ago. Never, ever, ever. But now it is absolutely happening. Now, according to Fightful Select, Slater was originally scheduled to appear on both the January 15th episode of TNA on AMC and the Genesis pay-per-view on January the 17th, which is today. However, those plans were scrapped due to the reported visa issues affecting his ability to travel outside the UK. Since Slater was already home in England, TNA granted WWE permission to use him for the SmackDown tapings at London's the OVO Arena in Wembley. While early speculation suggested that a talent trade involving AJ Styles might have been in play, that doesn't appear to be the case because, as we all know, AJ Styles did indeed show up at the TNA premiere on AMC. But the big question is, will AJ Styles ever wrestle again in TNA wrestling before he retires, before he calls it a day? Speaking about that, speaking about TNA champion, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion right now at this time, at this hour, TNA champion Mike Santana addresses his potential move to the WWE. Is that something that you would want to see? Breaking news on tonight's pay-per-view extravaganza. TNA Genesis 2026. The ticket sales update. Solid numbers for TNA, but far from a sellout. Also, viewers, fans, subscribers, breaking news on the former Zack Ryder, the current Matt Cardona in WWE. Matt Cardona's return to WWE came with a lot of hype, but just 2 matches in, the company already has him back on the losing end. And after defeating Kit Wilson on the January 2nd episode of SmackDown, Cardona took a loss in his second match back on the January 16th episode of SmackDown last night on the USA Network. From SmackDown London's OVO Arena, he was defeated by Trick Williams in a number 1 contenders qualifying match for the undisputed WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Following the loss, Cardona wasted no time speaking out on social media, clearly aware of the optics surrounding his return and how quickly the WWE booked him to take a step back. I didn't win my match last night on SmackDown, says Cardona. Not happy about it, but it's not going to stop me. Check my win-loss record from my entire career. I've lost a lot. But when I win big. I'm back in the WWE to win the undisputed WWE Championship. I am not finished. He also has his sights set on the United States Championship. So whomever may be the United States Champion, when Zack Ryder challenges for that title, for that championship, you better look out. You better watch out. Lucha Libre Triple A on Fox. The preview for tonight, January the 17th. The same time that you got Triple A and TNA competing with each other. The confirmed matches, the start time, and how to watch. Also, WWE releases AJ Styles. What do you mean, Sean? WWE releases AJ Styles. What are you talking about? He's retiring. How could the WWE do this? Why would they do this? Well, let me keep going. Let me keep talking. WWE releases AJ Styles' 10th anniversary signature title belt ahead of his retirement in the WWE. Now listen, there was a lot of gossip, there's a lot of hearsay, there's a lot of whispers that AJ Styles will be at WrestleMania. He will make it to WrestleMania. He will make his retirement last until WrestleMania. The rumor is he may retire on the most important, on the biggest Raw of the year, and that is the Raw after WrestleMania. However, the Raw after WrestleMania just hasn't had that significance, that surprise factor, that feeling that it usually does. I mean, from around like 2012 to around like 2019, the Raw after WrestleMania was wow. It was epic. It was off the charts. It was phenomenal. But that Raw seems like it has lost that luster. And again, it used to be the most important. It used to be the biggest. It used to be the most shocking. It used to be the most unpredictable. And I'll say that. I'll put that out there. But lately, The Raw after WrestleMania just does not hold that vibe, that aura, that significance. But maybe in 2026 it will pick up again. Also, Stacks to defend the international title in a four-way match at TNA Genesis that just coming across my screen right now. The TNA International Championship will be on the line. High stakes four-way match at TNA Genesis tonight. Ex-WWE star accuses AEW of stealing his business model. Now listen, there have been heart attack angles in the WWE before. Are they about to go down that lane once again in the heart attack scenario of a WWE superstar? It's happened before with JBL and Eddie Guerrero's mother at a WWE live event. If you've heard rumors and gossip, we've heard reports of WWE superstars suffering heart attacks. Is this going to be the heart attack angle? There's even a move called the heart attack from the Heart Foundation. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, your emotions. Also, the AEW Dynamite viewership for January the 14th season increase after MJF retains world title against Bandito. And this is pretty big news, guys. Alex Price, Jordan Oliver are headed to AEW All Elite Wrestling. Breaking news as it concerns neck surgery. Neck surgery is always a serious thing. It's never a good thing. It's always a very worrying thing. It's a very big factor if you're a wrestler, if you're a professional wrestler. Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time, ex-WWE star Ridge Holland cleared for full physical activity following neck surgery. Social media star Sally Grace quits WWE tryout after suffering a concussion. Also, WWE star Braun Strowman, former world champion, former Universal champion, was involved in a car accident, in a car wreck. Also, LA Knight's WWE status, his WWE future, his name questioned in World Wrestling Entertainment. LA Knight's WWE Raw absence. What's going on here? Fans tuning into Monday Night Raw on January the 11th, earlier this week, are hoping for the return of LA Knight. There was rumors and gossip that he was there, that he was backstage, that he was making an appearance, that LA Knight was going to make a comeback, but that was not to be. That did not happen. According to a January 16th update from Fightful Select, LA Knight was not brought to Germany despite being listed on internal WWE travel documents leading up to the show. While early reports suggest that Knight was scheduled to fly overseas ahead of Raw, those plans never materialized. Again, it was rumored. Now, again, this is one of those rumors that just didn't happen. And again, sometimes rumors do happen, sometimes they don't happen. I don't control what ultimately happens. To debunk ourselves, and again, this is the dirt sheets going back and retracing their steps. We were told that LA Knight was not brought to Germany this week. He was on some internal travel plans, but wasn't brought over ultimately. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the megastar himself, LA Knight. Yeah. As we all know, LA Knight has been absent from WWE television since December the 8th, 2025, where he suffered a cracked sternum during a brutal attack by The Vision and Bronson Reed. WWE confirmed the injury on December 15th episode of Raw, stating that he was out indefinitely. But there is a big feeling that LA Knight will indeed return for the Royal Rumble. Speaking about another monumental return for the Royal Rumble, it would appear as if, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, it would appear as if Roman Reigns will return in the Royal Rumble match itself in Saudi Arabia. That's if the arena can get finished in time, because the WWE and Saudi Arabia, we all know that they have this partnership, and we all know that Saudi Arabia are building their own arena, their own makeshift arena for the Royal Rumble. Will it be ready in time? Well, it seems like they have a long way to go. Were you expecting LA Knight to return on Raw? Your thoughts, your comments, your feelings, and your emotions. We are also receiving word at this time during this video, during this episode. WWE has booked a loaded show for January the 23rd SmackDown next week already. Also, Ash by Elegance's alternative role in TNA wrestling since in-ring retirement. Dixie Carter's TNA status revealed after surprise appearance on her AMC on the AMC debut of TNA. Well, that was just a bad idea. It was poor choice, but that was a one-off, and Dixie Carter is not expected to be on TNA television each and every week. Luckily, thank God. Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill reveals Triple H's reaction to bloody injury on SmackDown several months ago. And Triple H was livid. He was mad. He was not a happy camper, was the game Triple H. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word that Eric Bischoff says that TNA's return to cable was a production disaster. Do you agree with that? Plenty more to come around the clock. We serve it up to you because this is what it's all about.